now that I've been put through. I never got anyone's help, I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What's up guys, Masta Styles here, back with another Eternal Evolution video, and today we're going to be talking about the 3 heroes on the wishlist banner. I call this series Divine Blessings. So if you don't know, this is how it works. Whenever the wishlist banner comes out, I talk about all 3 heroes on the wish list, who's worth picking up, who you should potentially focus on. It is tough to, gauge where you should go because I don't really full on know where everyone account is. So it's more general in that state. So we'll start with Panda, then we'll talk about Canis, and then of course we'll close out the video talking about Claire because obviously she's the awakened hero. All right, so let's hop over to the heroes here. We have Canis, Panda, and Claire. Those are the 3 richest heroes. We'll start with Panda first, right? So with Panda, you should know Panda by now. Unless you're new to the game, Panda is a tank that, you need him for your tank team. Again, it's more so now because we have all of these other tank options. Let's put up the tanks here. It's how do you fit him into the team. So let's hop over to formation here. We'll create a formation. We'll just pull up all the tanks that we can. Let's see, you, my Connor there, you, right? Like these are the premier 5 tanks here. Of course, if you don't have the SP, we can remove Connor. For most people, either don't have a copy, 1 copy, or wherever it is. So if you have Connor, you do. If you don't, we'll put Carabin in here. Carabin's also in the Quantum Mimic, so that's not an opportunity. He is going to be added to the competitive shop at some point once Ascension Arena starts. That's what somebody told me in the comments. But these are the primary tanks here. But again, when it comes to the tanks, Panda is the linchpin. You need to get this guy to EX30. Once you get him to EX30, then you'll start to see the pulse that he emits every time he casts his ultimate, which is also transferred over to all of the tanks that are on the battlefield. And that's primarily there where we do most of the damage. So I'm just going to save this here, right? Let's save it as it is, and we'll actually go over to, it's going to mess up everything, but it's okay. I'm not really worried about it. This is why you save stuff, right? So we'll go here and we'll just pull up that tank team that I just made so I can kind of show you what is what, right? So when it comes to Holy Land Contract, let me know if you want me to do a walkthrough of Holy Land Contract, kind of the teams, see what everybody else is running, and then we can kind of gauge how we want to go about this. But this is primarily a tank team. Of course, I'm talking about Panda, but it serves no purpose if I just talk about the hero and not talk about the team. One of the key things too, which is very relevant to what's going on right now, Titan Hammer. It's also in the Quantum Mimic machine. So Carabin is there. That is there. When it comes to tanks, if you have the red prototype for tanks, it works well. You can always go with Company of Heroes. That works well there. It does damage and also heals. This one here is primarily the one most people are probably going to lose, which is healing. A shielding effect cast by tank heroes shall be increased by 50%. So slap that on there. Over here you can use whatever you have available, but I do have the red prototype for them. The problem with this red prototype here is that after 30 seconds those effects go away. I wish it would be for the duration of the battle, or at least give me a minute, right? But that is that there. So this is generally a tank team. Let's put Teresh in the back. Of course, we want to get Teresh's benefit. I think it's a little squishy. But let's just see what the pulse is that I'm talking about. And that's the key. So watch Panda as he pops his ultimate here. All the other tanks, they gain that. But you have to get your Panda to EX30. And that's what makes him so good, because he gives that to everybody. But again, that aids out in everybody else's damage, which is pretty cool. So tanks here, they do a lot of that knockdowns. Of course, knockdowns is their thing, and Abek is the only commander that does damage, if I'm thinking about that correctly. I think so. Well, if I'm wrong, you can tell me down in the comments, but Abek's the one that does most of the damage sometimes, depending on which hero you're running. So Wamigan is obviously awakened, so he's going to do some big damage too. and he also gained that additional bonus from being awaken 8 versus deities. But again, Panda here, the problem with him now is that how do you fit him into the tank team? So I'm gonna actually I'm gonna get on out of here, and we're gonna hop over to the actual tank team and transition into the support, because again, the support plays a part on this tank team. You're not gonna run your tank team like this. You're gonna need the support. So let's take out Carabin and put in Canis. So Canis, we're just gonna slide right over into Canis, because again, the thing about Canis is that Canis has the ability to gigantify the heroes on the battlefield and also himself, which is cool. So we'll see that here, and I'll turn on Canis and see how that looks. So again, getting the ultimate quick. He also has the ability to gigantify himself, and it is a ricochet where it gigantifies two other additional heroes. So again, if your Canis is running low, if you're running Canis in here, then you can kind of point it towards Canis, and then get bigger, and of course two other heroes will get bigger. But that's what I like about Canis, and then there's no range restriction. And Canis is also one of the main damage dealing when it comes to support. Canis does the most damage. I think Alu might give him a little bit of a run, but it depends on the situation. But in this situation here, Canis is doing some big damage, especially in endless battles. Canis was going crazy, putting up billions. But of course, it's not always like that. It always goes back to the situation. One thing about Canis is that I don't think they noticed this. When Canis dies, right, the effect still lingers. So actually, I kind of want to see that. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna keep it as is, but we're gonna turn up the intensity here. Let's turn it up a little bit. But that shocks, yeah. Let's do that. So we'll put Canis in the front and see if that still works, if they fix that. Because I need Canis to die in this situation. I don't want you casting your ultimate just to see, because we want to test that. What else would I need to actually get on the knockdowns? Is so annoying. So we need Canis to die to see if that still works. Because sometimes I would see it. So maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. Canis should be dead here, and let's see if that still works. So there goes the final knockdown. Nope, it doesn't work anymore. See, it's still happening. What was that Wamigan? Actually, I don't want to turn off Wamigan too, because it looks like it. I just want to see a knockdown here. See, it's still happening. That mark there that you see, yeah, see, I told you. So even when Canis dies, he's still doing the mark. I don't know if, see, he's still taking, look at his damage, it's going up. He's dead. I told y'all. But for those that didn't know that, yes, when Canis dies, he's still doing damage. I don't know if that's a bug or what, but yeah, Canis has been dead, and his damage is still going up. As long as he can do a knockdown, he's dead. Watch his damage change here. See, he's dead. Who else can do that? Right? That's interesting. Wow. But again, very interesting there. I just wanted to show you guys that, because that's something that I noticed a couple of times. Maybe that's something they need to fix. But that is that there. I just thought that was fairly interesting, because I noticed that a while back, where I was like, he's still doing damage. The thing kept falling from the sky. But Canis definitely would be the option I would have went with. Obviously, if you see my video yesterday, I didn't go for Canis. I didn't even get a copy of Canis, which is sad for me, because I'm like, you know what? My Canis is only, where's the switch? No, you pick here. My Canis is only immortal. I would have loved to have gotten a couple of copies of Canis, but Claire is obviously the awakened hero, so I focused in on Claire. But I would have known that Claire was going to be added to the competitive shop halfway through all of that pulling. Once I got to 4, or actually even 2, 4 would have been ideal. I would have switched over to Canis, but I found that out after the fact, right? Didn't know that Claire would be added to that. So again, now the other question is, let's hop over to the shop here. The other question would be, actually, let me pick that up. I just saw that. I need that. Let me take that. Other question would be, Or are they gonna keep Panda in here? And obviously they're gonna end up switching this, which makes sense, right? Based on the one that we saw there. We can actually go look at the new one, what it's gonna look like. Where's the ascension? Here we gotta go to rewards. Look how much work we gotta do just to get, nope, not that. Rewards here. What about this one? Did this change? Nope, that's the same. And go to rewards here, this one here. So this is kind of what it's going to look like. If I would have known that Claire was in here, I would have just stopped that for, like I said. So this is how the new selector for Ascension Arena is going to look. And let's see what the shards, this is what the shards are going to look like. This is annoying to me, but it's great because now you get to build out your vase, you get to build out your take, and you also get to build out your carabin, which is pretty cool. So again, they're gonna keep Mariami and Rez. So again, I was actually slowly building her out because I was like, why not? I wasn't doing anything else with it. So again, oh wow, I didn't even see Mayhem. I see you there. Okay, you came in fourth. Shout out to you. I didn't see you over there. And of course, you already know our cross rival right there doing his thing at number 4 or 3, whichever number that is. But again, to finish it all off, let's hop over to Claire here. Of course, for my Claire, if you watched the previous video, she's awaken 3. I can bring her to a mortal 5, but I don't want to yet, because there's so many other ways to either slowly build her out to get those 2 copies, or I could just do it, but I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm not gonna do any more summons, just not going to. Let's start with this. When it comes to Vanguards, if you've been watching my content for a while, I'm not really a fan. I'm not a fan of Hunters, I'm not a fan of Vanguards. My main gripe with Vanguards is that they don't crit. Vanguard thing up? No, probably not, right? Let's see. Yeah, it is. Perfect. All right, good. That's even better. I haven't beat 16, as you can see. I just don't attack it. I don't like it. I don't like what I get from it. The only good thing you'll get from this boss is the bug gear. That's it. So let's see if we can beat 16 here. My tank should easily run through that. Summoners, look at my summoner team. This is the summoner team that I'm running. That's not really my summoner team here, because Alu's not added. There's so many things that have changed. Get out, you out. See ya. Come here. And I like her up front. I do like her up front with Sif. Where's Sif at? And that's kind of how I do it, because I know either way, if the damage is big, then we'll survive it. So they should beat that easily. And for the Vanguards, now here comes the question, right? Ares is built for this, right? Zane is a big damage dealer, right? Leo, you might have to go, buddy. You might have to. Sad to say, but you gotta go. Zane can't soak up all that damage. That's too much for him. So let's put Claire up there and see what she does. So give me a second here, and I'll see you in a sec. Yeah, before I leave, this also includes the tanks, but this is a joke. This is a joke. I know I was gonna leave, but then again, the 2 heroes that I am talking about is in here. So now I'm gone. Yeah, one other thing. I completely forgot. Someone did say they want to see these fights, but what's there to see? Summoner's gonna run through this, and I'm gonna leave again. I'm gone. All right, very quick. It's 16. It's not really much. It should be fairly easy. So here we get to see a little bit of what Claire does. We know here Zane is the big damage dealer. We also know Ares do big things over here because of Zane. Zane casts his ultimate and Ares dines in on it. And this is why I said I wish that Claire was dual faction, because she would have gained the additional damage her to be Atlas, of course. But see, she's behind, and she is awaken 3. So again, the question is, what was she doing before? I wasn't using her. So I'm telling you, I'm a little biased because I'm not a fan. And of course, Zane's the main damage dealer. What I'm very interested to see, I know I'm supposed to be talking about Claire, is the new Vanguard. That's going to be interesting, right? Can they even beat this? The threshold is 50% by 1 minute and 30 seconds. So they're doing all right. about to go into the first phase here. We're gonna end up losing Purin, maybe. Yeah, I think so. Unless, did we already go through the? We probably already went through the invincibility. But as you can see, her damage is all the way back there. Ares, clear it out before we lose Purin, please. Nope, we lost both our supports. And that's the problem with this stage, is that you end up losing your support. I think Maz may be better here. Again, Purin's great, but I think Maz is a better addition because he increases your max HP. And even if he dies, you'll still have that increase to max HP. But Claire is just not even, yeah. This is your hero, not mine. I'm just doing it for the sake of the content, you know. If now the question is, right, so if I didn't make content, would I really invest in Claire? That's the question too, because I know that clip. Why is she casting her ultimate? That was so long there. She was just sitting there. Would I invest in Claire? I would wait. The reason why I say I would wait is because I want to see what the new hero, and if especially it's a Vanguard, we're way overdue for a new Vanguard, right? We'll see what the new hero brings to the table, because again, I'm gonna have to bring you to what, for you even to be relevant here, right? To be relevant in this just this content alone, I would need to bring you to at least awaken 6 or 7 around there to even be competing with Zane. Zane, you just need to get him to immortal, or as you can see, he's immortal 4 there, but he's doing 2 billion damage. He can't even put up 1 billion. So again, for me, I'm like, hey, if I wasn't making content, I do this so you guys don't have to. I'm at a no for right now, because again, you still want to wait to see what that new Vanguard is going to look like. And of course, the new Vanguard is potentially going to out DPS Zane, right? So again, you need to bring Claire to at least 5. Maybe you have a better Claire than me. And if you do, let me know that in the comments. But for me right now, I'm a little hesitant, even though I make content. Look, why is it taking her so long to cast her ultimate? Little hesitant to, what do you call it? I'm a little, I'm losing my train of thought here. Because I'm looking at the ultimate and why is it taking so long for her to cast it? It's still there. That's what's throwing me off. I'm a little hesitant to invest in her, knowing that there could be potentially a new Vanguard that's going to out DPS her and possibly Zane. Look at Zane. Zane put up 3 billion damage. Crazy for me. So I would wait. There's no need to run to go awaken her 7, 5, all of that. Just wait. Wait till the new hero drop, then we can see. Obviously, for Holy Land contract, you need her there, but her points, she's not gonna put up that much points. So again, to kind of get a grasp of what she looked like, let's see if anybody did. Somebody got her at 7. There's 7 there. So we have 2 different videos of her at 7. So and we get to see Awaken 10 Artemis. Let's go with the top then, right? We're gonna go with the best person. So let's see what Claire does here. We're looking at her damage. Artemis is cool. No, Artemis is gonna do what she gotta do, right? So let's focus on Claire here. She's at the very bottom. Again, like I said, okay, she moved up a little bit, but again, with Vanguards, they excel in Vanguard content. Outside of it, it's just non-existent, right? So here, let's see, she's doing what she can, and she looked just like the last battle. So again, like I said, I would wait. No rush. Take your time. Pace yourself, right? So here, as you can see, it's still not much. So again, she'll be a stat stick in here, right? That's what she's looking like to me. She's not a damage dealer. Ampu's still in the show. To talk about Ampu a little bit, I hear a lot of people saying that Ampu is a lot squishier, but for me, I feel like he's hitting harder. With Alu, of course. Alu's a great aid. And let's see, Alu is what? Oh, just immortal, okay. And look at Jackson. Jackson's excelling here. Alu look like it's going to die. Nope. It's hanging on by a thread, but Claire, as you can see, her damage isn't that great. And I'm not gonna put y'all through the rest of that. So I said, if I was you, I would just wait, see what the new Vanguard is, because again, I'm talking primarily to free to play, because when it comes to free to play, you want to make sure you're managing your resources well. So to go back to the 3 heroes there, let's go over to recruitment and see if I had to choose. Canis is definitely there to support, but again, when it comes to Canis, works well with the tank team. Could push Canis into vanguards, but the bill is more for the tank team. And of course, when Canis dies, it's still doing that. The damage, maybe it's bug, but now that I brought it up, it's probably going to be fixed. Claire right now, I would just either get her to Immortal or Immortal 2. That way, if the 7 is really that great, you can pretty much work towards getting that 7. But for right now, I would just wait till the new Vanguard come out, because again, you see Vanguard, they excel in Vanguard content. Outside of that, them not having the ability to crit actually hurts them. But if you made it this far in the video, comment down below Canis. And if you're new to my content, you want tips, guides, updates, and all of that fun stuff, this is the channel you want to subscribe to. For those that are rocking with me, make sure you hit that like button to help out with the algorithm. Without further ado, I want to thank you for watching. Until the next video, peace.